There we go. Hey, what is up, guys, and welcome back to the FCS Football channel. And today we are back with a watch-along for Crystal Palace versus Liverpool. Now, let me reset the timer quickly. There we go. So, as you can see, we've got a few new graphics for these watch-alongs. One of which being, we've got the teams. Finally, we don't have to keep going to Google for the starting lineups for these watch-alongs. We do have the watch-along, the two sides. So for Liverpool, it is this: Alisson, Trent, Nat Phillips, Van Dijk, Robertson, with a midfield three of... I'm going to have to get used to bloody... There we go. Pause it. With a midfield three of Fabinho, Harvey Elliott and Jordan Henderson, with a front three of Luis Diaz, Mohamed Salah and Darwin Núñez. For Crystal Palace today, it is Vicente Guaita, Joel Ward, Joachim Anderson, Mark Gahey, Nathaniel Klein and Tarek Mitchell making up a back five, with Czech Doucouré and Jeffrey Schlupp in a midfield two, with Eze, Zaha and Jordan Ayew setting up a front three for Crystal Palace. Why are United so crap? Well, there's a lot of reasons, isn't there? Too many to really get into in one live stream, really. What I would say though is there's not just one problem with United at the moment. There are a lot. One of them being De Gea, one of them being just the lack of quality. Midfield is a massive issue. I think a lot of United problems would be solved with a new goalkeeper and a new midfield too. That's at the end of the day, your spine. The spine of your team is the most important part of your team, and United's is just not good enough, unfortunately, anymore. Well, some of them have never been good enough. 3-0 Liverpool prediction. Well, I mean, let's get the predictions up and going. If I quickly get my notepad up. Glazers need to be sacked off. They do. They certainly do. What am I looking for? There we go. And then here we go. So I'm also going to go 3-0 Liverpool. Right, there we go. So if you guys want to get your predictions down in the chat, that would be greatly appreciated. How are we all? Who is Soccer Zone? I don't know, just someone that tunes in. You're going 3-1 Liverpool. I was close to going 3-1 Liverpool, you know. I don't know. I don't think Palace have it in them to score past this Liverpool team, personally. Do you watch boxing? If so, what's your AJ Usyk prediction? I can't say I really watch. I wouldn't say I'm a boxing fan. I'm a casual. Like, I watch the fights, like the big fights. So I watched the Fury fight against Wilder. No, against what was it? No, it wasn't Wilder. Well, I did watch the Wilder. The last one he did. Was it Chisora? No, Dillian White, that's his name. Dillian White. I watched that. I watched Fury, Wilder, but I can't sit here and say I'm like a boxing fanatic. However, I do think Usyk will win. Usyk is just a better boxer, isn't he? Yeah, I haven't watched the streams in a while. I'm glad to be back. Happy the Premier League is back. Good to have you back, Plen. No worries, no worries. And yeah, I agree. It's good to have the Premier League back. Wow. As good as it can be when you're watching Manchester United stink up the gaff in the opening 2 weeks. But I'm looking forward to this game. It'll be interesting to see how Liverpool get on. Obviously, we have them next. I should be live for that game as well. Obviously, unfortunately, I wasn't live for the Brentford game. Looking back at it, that's probably for the best because I would have been absolutely raging. But we are back for this weekend, and hopefully we can actually win this weekend. I wouldn't put money on it, to say the least. We're going down. Look, let's not get over there's still time to make some signings, some desperately needed signings at that. And if we do that, we'll be fine. Either way, we're not going to get relegated. Let's not be silly here. It's going to be a blast, yeah. I'm just going to be sat there like 5, 6, it's 7. It's 7-0 Liverpool. And we've only played 20 minutes. Get Wilfred Bonny in. Come on, Wilfred Bonny. Score some goals for Swansea. He goes wild, wild, wild. He goes wild, wild, wild. Right. So we've got about 5 minutes till kick-off. So if you guys want to share the stream, get your predictions in if you haven't already, and just get stuff going in the chat. I'm quickly going to go get myself a drink because I haven't got one and it is boiling in my room. So I'm going to need one. So get your chats in. And when I get back, I'll be 2 minutes. I'll go through them. So I'll be right back. So come on, Wilfred Bonny. Score some goals for Swansea. We go wild, wild, wild. Be honest, would you take a 4-0 loss to Liverpool right now? It's a dire situation when you have to consider that, isn't it? No, I would not. Although, ask me at half time that question. In the Liverpool game, maybe then I'll take it. Wilfred and Martial proper Brexit attack. No, a proper Brexit attack will be I don't know, Ashley Barnes and Rashford. All English affair. Brexit, we don't want the foreigners. Now that's going to sound really bad taken out of context. If that gets clipped up and taken out of context, I'm done. (5-1). I would take a 5-1 over a 4-0. At least then we've scored a goal. Because at the moment, we're set to have our goal of the month be an own goal. Now that's not good. That's not good. What a dire state of affairs that would be. But look, I hope you enjoy the new graphics. As we're moments away from kickoff, we're about 5 minutes till kickoff. Big game. Monday Night Football is back for the Premier League. And don't you worry, we'll be there. We'll be here for Monday Night Football this time next week, watching Liverpool take on Manchester United. I haven't got a thumbnail for it yet to show you, but It's gonna be exciting. It's gonna be exciting. Then I got robbed with the goal though. No, it was an own goal all day, every day. All day, every day, own goal. IMO. I'm just happy to have football back. You know, I'm just happy to have football back. Um, and Champions League prediction. Who do you think is going to win it? I think PSG have a good chance. Obviously, you can never write off Man City. So one of those for me. Although that probably means Liverpool will somehow do it. But look, what I want to go through is we can have a little chat about. Just before we get kicked off, is this list by... I'm not sure who made it. I think Gary Neville may have made it. So this is obviously all of Manchester United's major signings since Sir Alex Ferguson retired. We'll bring it back small. And they've been ranked from green, which is obviously good transfer, amber, which is an okay, red, bad. This list is horrific. And again, I don't know who did it, but let's look at the greens. Zlatan and Bruno. Bruno would have been a year ago. This season and the back end of last season was terrible. So, don't know how Bruno gets into the green. Amber. Herrera. I don't know how. Surely Herrera's got to be green. Sure. Yeah, I'll accept an amber. Same with Matic. Fred's got to be a red. He's got to be red. Harry Maguire, for me, you've got to put red as well. For the money that he cost, I don't see how he can be amber. We haven't won anything with him and he cost us 80 million. That's a red. Cavani, I mean, maybe an amber. Ronaldo, can he really be amber? I'm not sure. Reds. Fellaini, sure, he's got to be amber for me. Same with Mata. Rojo can be red. Same with Di Maria. Blind, meh. Memphis, yeah, red. Feinsteiger, red. Darmian, Schneiderlin, all red. I think Martial should be green. Played major roles in the FA Cup win. I don't see he has to be at least amber for me. Bailly, yeah, I could accept him being red. Same with Mkhitaryan. Pogba should be at least amber, if not green. Lindelof, amber for me. Lukaku, probably red, yeah. Sanchez, red. Dalot, hit and miss. Maybe red. Red to amber. Wan-Bissaka, red. Dan James, I would actually put in amber, maybe even green. Simply the fact we had him for 2 years. And then we sold him on for a profit. If you're selling a player for a profit and he's been a useful, at least squad player, that can't be a bad deal for me. Donny van der Beek, red, yeah. Tellez, red, yeah. Ahmad, red, yeah. Sancho and Varane, red. Yeah, I don't think you can argue with all that. A lot of that. But some of them. But, I mean, just going through that list, it's shocking the amount of reds. Like, it doesn't. Some of it doesn't matter, obviously. Like, some of them are definitely wrong, which makes the list like laughable. But the fact is, a lot of the reds are correct. I think some of the players, like Bruno, should be in amber. I don't think there's many greens, which is a great signing. Zlatan is that for his year, but who else? Like I said, Herrera for me would be. And then I'm looking at that list. I would consider Martial. I would consider Pogba. Mata maybe. Fellaini, but a lot of them is red, which shows how horrific our transfer business has been. And so you can go on all you want about, oh, Man United have spent the money. But when you don't spend it right, you spend on third choice, fourth choice players. That is the list you come up with, and that's how you rank them players. It's a disgrace. I assume they. Because, I mean, I guess, like, Igalo's not on that list either. So I assume it's just transfers, not loans. Because, obviously, technically, Falcao was a loan. And so was, what's his name? Igalo. Right. So, this game's about to get kicked off. And we have got kicked off. And it looks like Zaha is actually playing as the number 9 rather than off the right. Dalot, future Puskas winner with that goal versus Brighton. Hit off his back and went towards the net. Proper Sunday League goal. Where is Falcao on that list? Would you rather have Liverpool or Man City win the Prem/Champions League? I don't know. I would always rather the team that wins the Premier League not win the Champions League. So if Liverpool win the Premier League, I'd rather Man City win the Champions League, for example. Because that just protects the treble. Because I think Darwin Núñez is in already. Great ball in by Trent. Milner must score! Blazes it over the bar. What a chance already for Liverpool. How have they not taken the lead? James Milner with a great chance. We'll see it again. Fabinho goes out wide to Trent. Trent, lovely ball into the box. Darwin Núñez comes flying out for it. Vicente Guaita gets there first. He's on the ground at like the penalty spot. And James Milner gets there in front of, I think that's Ayew, and just smashes it over and wide of the goal. Milner should score there. Great chance for Crystal Palace. So yeah, I think either if any team are going to win the treble, it's going to be Liverpool or Man City. So, and the reason that one of those teams haven't won it already is because of the other. More or less, really. But obviously, I know Chelsea technically won the Champions League and stopped Liverpool winning the treble. But if it wasn't for one another, they would have won the treble by now. I have no doubt. So, if Man City are going to win the league, which I think they do, they will, I'd rather Liverpool win the Champions League out of the two. But obviously, I'm going to take anyone but them to win it, regardless. So Vicente Guaita is down here, which is not not looking good for him. Let's hope they're all right. But Sam Johnston is warming up for Crystal Palace. Right, I'm quickly going to try and swap Zaha and Ayew around. Ball comes in, dealt with. There we go. Oh no, that's still Zaha. But there is a few teething problems with the new way, with how the graphics work, if I want to change stuff around. But hopefully it should be alright. And there we go. Zaha and Ayew in the correct places. Also, to be fair, I'm looking at this Liverpool team. Why? Well, what's happened to all of Liverpool's defenders? Like, why is Nat Phillips the preference over Joe Gomez? I don't know if we've got any Liverpool fans in the house, but why is Nat Phillips now above Joe Gomez in the pecking order? I remember, what was it, the year they won the Premier League? Maybe the year before that. Joe Gomez and Van Dijk were meant to be like this unbelievable partnership brewing. And clearly they're not, because now Joe Gomez can't even get in over, like I say, Nat Phillips. And no offence to Nat Phillips, but he's not that guy, pal. He's not that guy. So Crystal Palace go long, looking for Jordan Ayew. Atletico Madrid are winning 3-0. Fair enough. Harvey Elliott goes out wide to Trent. Trent goes down the line looking for Mohamed Salah. Salah against Mitchell. Salah. Van Dijk brings it down the halfway line. Fabinho. Phillips. Fabinho. Out to Salah. Trent looks for the return. Out for a throw-in. Phillips, lovely ball out wide to Robertson. And here we go for Liverpool. Out to Diaz. Diaz cuts inside into Fabinho. Robertson. Moving the ball around here. Lovely crossfield ball from Van Dijk into Trent. Trent finds Salah. Edge of the box to Harvey Elliott. Elliott shoots, blocked. Elliott on the ground finds Fabinho. Does really well there. Here's Trent. Fabinho's made the overlap. Lovely ball in by Trent. Darwin! Núñez must score and doesn't. What a chance for Darwin Núñez at the back post. And somehow he fluffs his lines. What a miss. Lovely ball out to Trent, who puts the ball in. It's a bit of a mess. Harvey Elliott shot. Anderson with a great block. It came back out. Fabinho found Trent. It's a delightful ball in by Trent. And Darwin Núñez just shins it over the bar. That is so poor. So poor there from, what's his name? Darwin Núñez. What a miss. Record from corners. So Liverpool have scored the most corners. Ball comes in, well defended, and Zaha flicks clear. But Trent will pick it up. Into James Milner. Robertson. Diaz. Back to Robertson. Good chance here for Liverpool. Crap cross comes in, but Harvey Elliott, can he keep it alive? He does. To Fabinho, who puts the ball in. Mark Gahey, good header. And Palace looking to clear it. Good block there by Harvey Elliott. And can they get it clear here, Palace? Fabinho says no. It's out for a throw-in to Crystal Palace. Really high up, though. Really, really high up. Great opportunity this for for Liverpool to try and box them in a little. Ball out to Eze. Cuts inside. Looks to play it into Wilfried Zaha. And here it is, Zaha. On this left-hand side, up against Phillips. Into Mitchell. Jordan Ayew's made a run into the centre. Good defending, though, by Liverpool. And they just smack it clear. Darwin Núñez with a big header. Salah now looks to crossfield ball it to Luis Diaz. And he gets there. Here is Diaz. Diaz will cut inside. We'll just keep hold of it. Here is James Milner now. And they'll go back into Van Dijk. Across to Fabinho. And they'll just keep the ball here now. That's not great though. And here comes Liverpool. Can't keep hold of it there. Zaha and Liverpool will reclaim the ball. Reclaim possession and just keep on moving it round. Here is James Milner into Robertson. Goes down the line. Klein with the first interception. And here is Anderson. Poor from Anderson. But Joe Ward collects and tidies up the calamity. Here is Fabinho. Milner. Fabinho. Goes long. Lovely takedown by Mo Salah. Looks for Milner, but it's a poor touch from James Milner. And it's out for a goal kick for Crystal Palace. And really, Liverpool are the better team. Far better team. At that, really. And Crystal Palace have looked poor. Look shaky. You expect to see more and better from this Palace team. Because you think back to opening day, they played Arsenal and they were good value. Palace. Yeah, they lost, but they weren't clear second best. Especially in that second half. Arsenal were kind of riding their luck at times. And so far today, just nothing really. Well, we're not seeing anything really from Liverpool. Lovely ball out wide from Diaz. Nat Phillips looks for the ball into the box. Great, will easily catch that. That's a really poor ball from Liverpool. They should just keep the ball there. Just keep it moving, taking it around rather than looking for Darwin Núñez with this unbelievable long ball. Just keep the ball. That's the type of thing you'd see from a... Well, I mean, I was going to say from a team with no creativity in midfield. But, I mean, Harvey Elliott is fairly creative. But I do think they miss that Thiago-like player in midfield. I think he brings so much to a team, Thiago. And to be without him is such a miss. Such a miss. Here is Nat Phillips. Ball over the top. Looking for Darwin Núñez. Núñez will just blast the ball. Seemingly across goal, but straight into the hands of Vicente Guaita. Really pulled ball in there from Darwin Núñez. However, it's encouraging Darwin Núñez. The runs he's making in behind. And Liverpool are finding him. They are finding him. That time there was Nat Phillips from centre-back again. They are finding him with these balls from the back line. It's really, really encouraging to see from a Liverpool perspective. Darwin Núñez, who's a very different type of striker to what Liverpool have traditionally kind of used, but so effective. Ball long into Robertson. Can't keep it though. It's out for a goal, for a throw in. Joel Ward does well there. Joel Ward, obviously traditionally a right back, however, is playing as part of a back three today. Just a lack of options really for Crystal Palace, I would assume then. Here's Ward, goes long. Nat Phillips heads it back where it came from. Milner wins the ball, but I think it's Ayew who's gone down holding his head. Referee says get up. Is that Paul Tierney? I think Paul Tierney's the ref. He's gone bold. But look, if you are enjoying the stream today, please do hit that like button below and subscribe if you are new and you haven't already. That would be greatly appreciated. And please do share the stream with your friends and whoever else. That would be greatly appreciated. James Milner goes long. Robertson's in the box. Surely Andrew Robertson must score. Diaz, can he? No. Diaz still looking for a shot. Gets the shot away. He's deflected up and Vicente Guaita has it. What a mess. Luis Diaz wants a handball. Doesn't look like he'll get it. What a chance for Liverpool though. And it comes from James Milner from deep. Looks like Andrew Robertson will be offside. He takes it. He took it on his chest though. Joel Ward with a great chance. And then it was just a mess. And Diaz in the end got the shot away. But again, it's Joel Ward making the block. And here's Luis Diaz. Is that not a free kick? Paul Tierney says no. And it's out to Eze on this left-hand side. Ball looking for Zaha. Nat Phillips gets his body in the way. And gets it back to Alisson. My God, what a start to this game. 17 minutes in, we are still 0-0. Liverpool looking the more likely of the two sides, as we'd come to expect. But Crystal Palace certainly not at their best. And here is Luis Diaz. Looks for Darwin Núñez. Intercepting. Here is Zaha. Looks to turn. Wilfried Zaha finds Eze. Eze's through on goal. Must score, surely. Puts it straight at Alisson Becker. He would have been offside, and he is offside now. But a great chance there for Eze. And great goalkeeping from the goalkeeper, Alisson Becker. He's not to know that he's offside. But he made himself big and produced a good save. Fabinho into Trent. Fabinho back into Nat Phillips. Poor from Harvey Elliott there. Just lets it run through his legs straight to a Palace player. Nat Phillips, though, steps in ahead of Zaha and wins the ball back for Liverpool. Crossfield ball. Robertson takes it down well. Into Milner. Milner into Diaz. Good defending by Luis Diaz, sorry. By Joel Ward again. Joel Ward having a big half so far for Crystal Palace. Nathaniel Klein with the throw in for Crystal Palace. Obviously, a former Liverpool player, Nathaniel Klein. I don't have really much to say about Klein, but former Liverpool player. Joachim Anderson smacks it forward. Van Dijk, which is cool, he lets it drop and gives it into Nat Phillips. To Trent. Fabinho back into Nat Phillips. Lovely chipped ball out to Andrew Robertson. Van Dijk. Hooked forward. Poor from Darwin Nunez, from Trent though. I don't know why every time I keep going to say Darwin Nunez. Respect Darwin Nunez. Finn, respect him. He's not messing up every time. Here is Diaz. Fabinho back to Van Dijk on the halfway line. Crystal Palace defensively look like they're more of a unit and harder to break down. Although they'll try it here, Liverpool. Mohamed Salah's in, puts it across. Joachim Anderson, great defending. But it's a terrible clearance by, I think it was Mitchell, and Liverpool still have it. Trent whips it in on his weaker side. Darwin Nunez can't get there ahead of Doucouré. I think it was. Might have been Ayew. Looks like it's actually Ayew. My God. What a chance again there for Liverpool. And Crystal Palace is all over the place defensively. So shaking. Diaz finds Nunez. Lovely ball out to Mohamed Salah on this right-hand side. Salah got to get the cross in. He gives it to Trent who shoots. Milner's fallen over. I don't know why. But Robertson into Harvey Elliott. Looks for Fabinho. It's a poor pass. And can Palace now break? No. Harvey Elliott gets there. And defensively, Crystal Palace got to improve. Trent will whip the ball in. Anderson clears. What a chance for Salah. What a huge chance for Mohamed Salah that was. Fabinho into Diaz. Poor pass again. Elliott will pick it up. Into Nat Phillips. Trent. Fabinho. Back to Trent. Phillips again. This time we'll look to bring it out from the back. Trent out wide. Liverpool using the ball well here. Trent fires it into midfield. James Milner back to Van Dijk. So cool in possession there. Ayew intercepts out for a throw-in, but it's only to Liverpool again. The onslaught will continue. Here is Diaz. Henderson. Back to Diaz. Shot fired over. Not one in 9 visits to Anfield, apparently, Vieira. Embarrassing. Can never be my manager. Can never be my manager. Old manager. Solskjaer. Ball comes in. Anderson heads clear. There is Salah. Salah crossfield ball looking for James Milner. Milner heads it down. But only into the hands of Vicente Guaita. The long ball, Van Dijk will just scoop it up. And look, having Van Dijk in your back four is a cheat code, isn't he? He is just a cheat code. He's so good. Harvey Elliott. Up wide to Robertson. Nat Phillips. Down the line. Darwin Núñez does so well there to keep the ball and wins a free kick. Well played there, Darwin Núñez. Really well played. He was up against it there. A few players around him, on his back. But Darwin Núñez battles really well. A bit of juggling as well to keep it. But he did. Here's Robertson. Darwin Núñez wants it. He looks a handful. Núñez turns, shoot. Elliott's in the box. Climb, takes it off his foot. And I tell you what. I will tell you what. Manchester United, my team, are absolutely fucked. When we come against Darwin Núñez, the movement on this guy is great. It's unbelievable. It's so good. He's constantly moving, constantly finding himself in difficult and frustrating situations and positions. He's an absolute nightmare. And United just aren't going to deal with him. Just won't deal with him. Darwin Núñez goes down. Surely that's a penalty for Liverpool. How is that not a penalty for Liverpool? Darwin Núñez surely fouled in the box. I'm shocked. I'm honestly just shocked that's not been given as a penalty. And looks like Núñez has just fouled Anderson in the process. Well, in kind of retaliation. But I swear Darwin Núñez has just been dragged down in the box. And the referee's gone, play on, play on. VAR's not even looked at it. What's going on? Anyway, Crystal Palace have a free kick. Ebaraza Eze. Eze will take it. Will he score it though? Is a different question. No. They go long. Oh, lovely ball into Mark Gahey. Edge of the box. No. Just falls to a Liverpool player. And why the fuck is it Trent? Why is Trent upfield? Some beef going on Twitter for United. Apparently, MUFC MPB tweeted out United have agreed to sign somebody. And that was reported by apparently Philip Hines. Hines has then said I haven't said that. He's then brought receipts. And then Heinz has said those receipts are fake. What a mess. What a palaver. All for it to turn out, United haven't agreed to sign anyone. So, that shouldn't come as a surprise to anyone, really, should it? Harvey Elliott, Salah, looks for the ball over the top. Anderson just flattens Diaz. No, Joe Ward, sorry, flattens Diaz. Nunez, not Diaz. And MUFC MPB has now said he clearly did say it to @United Ryan. So the beef continues. Here's Luis Diaz into Robertson. Robertson back to Van Dijk. Fabinho. Liverpool keeping the ball well here. Salah down the line. Looking for Harvey Elliott. Elliott into Salah. Salah tackled. Is he? Oh no, it's fallen. Anderson deals with it and out to Guaita. Into Eze. And here's a chance. Eze does brilliantly. Eze, lovely ball to Zaha. He's through. Must score surely. Zaha scores for Crystal Palace. It's 1-0 Crystal Palace. And who expected that on the counter-attack? What a goal. What a goal from Crystal Palace. What a counter-attack. Eze brilliant. Zaha fantastic. What a goal. Who expected this? Who expected this? And at this rate, Man United and Liverpool will be 1 point splitting them. 1 point splitting them. I'd take that. I'd take that. If you're at the start of the season, you said, at this point, there'll be only 1 point splitting Man United and Liverpool, I would have taken that. So, you know what? You gotta love it. You gotta love it. That's Zaha's first goal of the season. First of many, I'm sure. And we've got a water break. We've got a water break. And Robertson has had his fingers broke. Sorry if you can hear my phone going off. Let me just... There we go. Mitchell's back up. I don't know what's wrong with Tariq Mitchell, but he's back up. He's fine. But I mean, my prediction and United Live's prediction down the drain already. We stink. What a mess. As Pleb, your prediction lives on. And 34 minutes into this game, we have an unexpected lead for Crystal Palace. It's been one-way traffic pretty much the entire game. But Liverpool, you don't score goals by, well, you don't win games by just dominating proceedings. You got to score. As Darwin Núñez fires way wide from quite far out. Wasteful there really from Darwin Núñez. It was a lovely touch. Just his head down the whole time there. You've got to look up. Got to look up and realise how far out he is. And Jurgen's not looking very happy. Van Dijk. Back into Alisson. You've got to move it quickly. And they find Fabinho. Harvey Elliott's presented himself, but they go long. It's a crap ball from Fabinho. And here comes Liverpool for Crystal Palace. Palace with Klein. Jordan Ayew now has it. Taken down by Diaz, surely. Fabinho has it. Somehow a free kick's not been given there, but it goes forward. Van Dijk blocks off Zaha. And Nat Phillips bringing it forward. Trent down the line to Mohamed Salah. Salah cuts inside. Salah into Trent. Trent, get out right toward Robertson. Trent goes for goal, blocked. He'll go for a goal again, blocked again. And Palace have the ball. Joel Wall will look to bring it out. And he sends it down the line. But Nat Phillips will just pick it up easy. Into Robertson. Into Diaz. Liverpool keeping the ball well here. That's poor from Liverpool, and Palace will look to break again. Ball into Wilfried Zaha. 1v1 with Phillips. Liverpool and Palace players arriving. Here is Doucouré. Goes for goal from range. That's really poor from Doucouré. So many better options. What a waste of a good counter-attacking opportunity that was from Doucouré. You've got to be better than that. If you want to kind of play in the Premier League or have ambitions to be high, you can't, from that situation when you're playing for Crystal Palace, you can't be shooting there because you're not going to get these opportunities often. And there was players arriving. Like, he could have even just brought it closer. It's just such a bizarre decision to go for goal, especially against Alisson. But you ain't scoring from there against Alisson. Milner puts the ball in. Greater collects really well and moves it quickly out into Eze. Trent with a good tackle though. Great. Mitchell slipped, but Gahey will bring it out into Eze on this left-hand side. Into Jeffrey Schlupp. Mitchell goes down the line looking for a Wilfried Zaha. Alisson's off his line quick. And look, that is what a top goalkeeper who is willing to come out of his box will do. A Monday Night Football there, Manchester United versus Liverpool. I'm absolutely shitting it. I'm absolutely shitting myself for that. Doucouré with a good interception. Mitchell looks for the ball down the line. Out for a throw-in for Liverpool. Diaz. Zaha. Can he bring it forward, Zaha? Joel Ward, poor touch. Diaz goes sliding in, misses both ball and player. Klein. Doucouré. Lovely ball. Zaha's in. Poor first touch. Alisson out brilliantly. And it's out for a corner. Quality play. And Alisson showing his worth. That is great play from Alisson and Liverpool. And Crystal Palace, sorry. What a run from Zaha. Doucouré finds him. It's a poor touch from Zaha, which gives Alisson a chance. Ball comes from the corner. Nat Phillips wins it. That fucking Nat Phillips will just head or anything, won't he? He'll just fucking head or anything. Alisson quickly moves it forward into Trent. Milner. Goes back into Nat Phillips. Milner. Goes long. Anderson does really well. Gay, he looks out wide. Milner with it. Mitchell, good defending. I tell you what. Since the goal, Crystal Palace have been much better. And I mean, the best opportunities of this game have come for Liverpool, Crystal Palace. Zaha could have so easy. Obviously, he only has the one. Here is Salah. Looks to run at Gahey. Good defending. Is out for a goal kick. Great defending by Gahey and Mitchell. I'll tell you what, Nat Phillips is having a shocker. He's having an absolute shocker today. It's a long ball here by Guaita from the goal. Kick. Oh, he takes his hand brilliantly. Jordan Ayew looks to chip it over the top. Phillips as well. Gets his big head onto that. Fabinho. I mean, looks like we're going to go into half time at 1-0. Obviously, there will be some added time for the water break and Guaita going down. So that could be 5 minutes, really. And Elliott, good header. Good save by Guaita. And Anderson spills it. Well, has it spilled at his feet and he just knocks it out for a corner. And Liverpool are dangerous from corners. They've got deliveries in Trent and Robertson. And you've got big men like Nat Phillips and Virgil van Dijk who can fucking header a football. I'll tell you that for free. They can header a football. Right, so the ball comes in from Trent. Jeffrey Schlupp heads it clear. Harvey Elliott and Zaha in a foot race. Robertson will pick it up from the halfway line. Milner, Robertson, back to Elliott. Fabinho. Goes back to Alisson. Robertson. James Milner. Looks for it down the line. Good defending. Van Dijk. Fabinho. Trent. Fabinho. Nat Phillips. Liverpool just need to be a bit more pressing in this, with their attacking intent, really. I just think it's kind of too wish-washy right now. Just too happy to pass it around. Here is Salah. Trent. Fabinho. They look like they're turning it on here. Salah Just crowded out by Crystal Palace players. Like, Crystal Palace are happy to sit there. But they're not really going to press them. They know what they're going to do. So they need to do something else. Because Palace won't just come out and be drawn out by Liverpool just knocking it around. It's a very organised press. Liverpool not really having much success trying to pass through it. It's more when they're kind of more direct that they're finding some success. When you got players running at people, making them do stuff. Because it's all well and good trying to knock it around as we get 3 minutes of added time, but they're just not going to move. They're not going to come out and press you because they've got a 1-0 lead. You've got to be direct. Run at them because that's what defenders hate. A defender doesn't care, really, if you're knocking it around side to side the whole game because they can just watch it. They can watch it. And as soon as you then come into like their zone, that's when they'll engage. But if you've got a player, and they've got some in Diaz, in Salah, but especially Diaz for me. Diaz, when he first came to Premier, he was electric. I don't think he's been the same player recently. But when Diaz gets the ball, he should be running at Nathaniel Klein, saying, "Try beat me, try and tackle me, stop me." But he doesn't. Here he is again, just into Fabinho. He'll go into Trent, and you got 10 players behind the ball, and the ball cross comes in, and Anderson easily deals with it. Liverpool's best moments are coming when they're just running at them, making defenders panic. If you have to, just crowd the box and get Trent just to whip balls in. At least then you're making this Crystal Palace team panic. But look, I mean, panic. Trent goes direct, doesn't try just build it up from the halfway line, through the gap. Mitchell slips, and Guehi's on the recovery to see out for a corner. Direct. Making Palace have to engage straight away when they don't want to. And from this corner, Liverpool could score. The ball comes in. Nat Phillips heads it. Well cleared by Anderson. Harvey Elliott. Lovely ball into Darwin Núñez. He takes it on his chest. Hits the post. Van Dijk slips when he shoots. What a chance for Darwin Núñez. What a chance just before the half-time break. He looks onside. Darwin Núñez got to score. Just fluffs it. What a chance. I mean, Van Dijk also should do much better. But again there, Harvey Elliott just chips it into the back post and said, "Darwin Núñez, fucking have a go." But that is half-time. At half-time it is. Crystal Palace 1. Liverpool here at Anfield 0. It's a big second half to come, but what a first half. Work to do. Work to do for Liverpool. They need to be better. They need to come out a lot better in this second half if they want to win this game, because they're nowhere near at the races today. Absolutely nowhere near the races. Need to be stronger. Need to just look, and like I said, just be a little bit more direct. It doesn't have to be crazily direct, but just a little bit more direct for me. And you'll see Liverpool will get better. I would also, if I was Liverpool, bring on Naby Keita for James Milner in midfield. just that little bit more creativity. I think Naby Keita he's a better player than James Milner. Bring him on next to Harvey Elliott and let's see a little bit more creativity from this Liverpool side. Maybe then they can find this goal because, like I said, the two best chances of this game have come for Crystal Palace. And Liverpool have looked the most dangerous when they're running at people. And I think Naby Keita is a better player at doing that than James Milner. Naby Keita can do the defensive side, but I think if you get one of someone who's a great dribbler, can run at people, commit players, that's Naby Keita. That being said, if they want to leave James Milner on for as long as possible, that would be great. Because I don't think they score with James Milner on this pitch. Given how that first half went, I don't think they score with him on the pitch. I mean, what do you guys all make of that first half? What are we all made of it? We enjoyed it? Fucking hell. I mean, half time, Liverpool 1.60 XG, Crystal Palace 0.59. Not good showing for Liverpool, is it? So they've had the chances, just not taking them. And there's news coming out about Manchester United that apparently we're close to signing Matthias Cunha from Atletico Madrid for 50 million. If we spend 50 million on Matthias Cunha, I'm going to kick off. Like, that's a joke. Like, Matthias Cunha, man! Fucking hell. We've been after so many players. I mean, I don't believe it. With United, I think you've got to take it all with a pinch of salt. Because it's easy if you there's not a story. Who should we make up a rumour about? Oh, it's Man United. Man United, Man United, Man United. It's so easy. However, it still pisses me off because we need to do transfers. And given Brentford, given Brighton, United are in crisis. And it's so Man United. It's so Man United to go, right, we need a player. Right. We need something to kind of cover up this. Let's get Matthias Cunha. Let's get someone. Let's overpay for someone who no one wants. It doesn't make sense. Keep going, bro. We'll beat you next Monday. I certainly hope not, but I don't doubt it. I really don't doubt it. They're showing back here the Zaha goal. Where's Trent? I don't want to go for the whole... What's Trent doing? Is he pulling back on Fabinho? Or is it just where they've stilled it? Nat Phillips, that's not great defending. I don't know if he steps up or steps back. But keeps up that. He's got one leg. Like, he's so wide. Then Nat Phillips. He keeps Zaha on side. And it's a great friend from Wilfred Zaha. Finds the bottom corner fantastically. But simply, Liverpool should do better. We'll see it here again. Eze, so easily past Fabinho and Trent. And just plays him through. Nat Phillips doesn't cover himself in any sort of glory. But Wilfried Zaha, it's all about the finish there. 1v1 with Alisson. Van Dijk on the recovery. Can't quite get back. It's great finish. Great finish. But I mean, like we said, Liverpool's had their chances. Darwin Núñez has had that one at the end of the half. And this one, I suppose. The one he just shins it over the bar. Look, I think Darwin Núñez, this first half, there's more to cheer about than there is to criticise him about. But that doesn't mean you can't criticise him. I think he's made some good runs. He's battled hard. But he should have 1 or 2 goals. He should have 1 or 2 goals. There's absolutely no doubt about that for me. And if he scores those 2 chances, which he really should, this game has a totally different complexion going into this second half. But that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes, I suppose. Look, I'm quickly going to go get myself a snack. I've got a bag of quavers in the kitchen, which I want to eat because I've not eaten all day. So I will be right back with my quavers. Right, I'm back. Got my quavers. I've been eating them a little bit off stream. Right, let me mute my mic and I'll eat them. If you guys want to get in chat and say anything, I suppose, please do. And I'll unmute my mic and I'll reply. Right, quavers have been eaten. Second half ready. I mean, look. What do you think this? Right. Do we? I expect everyone will still thinks Liverpool win this game. Like, surely Liverpool still win this game. Which is a shame. But I don't see how they can't win it. Surely. Like, they're just too strong. And they have been the better team. And I don't think it will take a lot of changes in the second half to put right what's gone wrong. Come on then. Enough of Usic Joshua. Let's have this second half. And do we have any changes at half time for either of the two teams? Doesn't look it. Can we not have a betting advert, please? Like, look, I bet. But I do think it's quite disgusting. The amount of betting adverts littered around football. Like, it is crazy. The amount of betting adverts that football has. It's a joke. I really, really do think it's a joke. Like, how can you have betting adverts on a majority of the kits? I think it's like 30% of all the Premier League kits are betting sponsors. How you've got it on all the adverts? You've got it on in ground advertising as we're away for the second half. Like, it's just crazy. I mean, even the championship is sponsored by fucking Sky Bet. Like I say, I like betting. I will often have a bet. Like most weekends, I'll have a bet. But like, and obviously that's fine. Betting's fine. But I don't see how when so many people have real problems with it. It can be kind of it can be allowed to be rammed down your throat like it is. Where's the morals? Van Dijk across to Phillips. I mean, for once, United aren't are great for morals, but at least Man United, we don't have betting sponsors. We have fucking technology in TeamViewer. Cinch? No, that's... To be fair, neither of these teams have betting sponsors. So fair play to them. Klein just not strong enough there against Robertson. Diaz goes down the line. Poor ball. Out for a throw-in for Liverpool, for Crystal Palace, sorry. Big second half needed here for Liverpool. Big second half needed. I'm surprised we didn't see changes. What's going on? What's Portini crying about? Get on with it, man! Well, we've got on with it. Zaha's chasing the ball down from Van Dijk. Van Dijk does really well. And they move it quickly into Nat Phillips here. Looks to bring it out from the back. Phillips across to Trent. Trent into Fabinho. Lovely ball into Mohamed Salah. Salah into Darwin Núñez. Núñez must score. He wants a handball. He goes it back to Salah. They're appealing for handball here, Liverpool. Darwin Núñez, regardless, should score. What a chance for Liverpool. They want handball. Look, I haven't seen a handball. But bloody hell, how has Darwin Núñez not scored? Eze. Into Mitchell. Looks for a return to Eze. Obviously, this hasn't gone to VAR, so it can't have been a handball, but I would like to see it again. Like, what were they complaining about? Diaz wins the header. Elliott goes forward. Anderson heads it back where it came from. Nat Phillips does the same. Diaz into Robertson. Robertson just levers it forward. Down the pitch. Anderson versus Diaz for Núñez. Joel Ward wins it and smashes it forward. And I've been impressed with Joel Ward today. He obviously out of position at centre back as part of that free, but very impressive. He's done so well to deal with the likes of Diaz and Núñez. Klein goes down the line. Taken down by Ayew. Klein goes down the line again. Phillips versus Zaha in a foot race. And Zaha beats him. Looks to cut inside and surely that's a foul by Nat Phillips. Referee says no. Mitchell heads it back where it came from. Fabinho takes it down on his chest. Zaha presses well. Milner just picks it up into Van Dijk, who finds Robertson. Liverpool not looking great in this second half so far. Here is Milner into Darwin Núñez. Gives it away. Doucouré sends Núñez to the shops. Into Anderson. Moves it out to Mitchell. Into Guéhi. And now he has some time here, Guéhi. Finds Eze. Poor pass from Eze. And Liverpool's press there looked very, very good. Rushing Eze as soon as he got the ball. Forced him into the mistake. But again, I just think a little bit more directness needed from Liverpool. I don't think they're really finding anything, just knocking the ball around. Put Palace under pressure. Get running at them. Luis Diaz has been such a letdown. Ayew. Doucouré. Back to Ayew. Ayew looks to get the crossing. Good defending by Robertson. I'm going to tweet that out. What has happened to Diaz? But yeah, I mean, like I tweeted out, when Diaz first came to the Premier League, every time he got the ball, I remember, was it his debut was against Chelsea in the Cup? He got the ball and he just ran with it. He scared defenders. I remember Trevor Chalobah having an absolute stinker against him. Because every time he'd run at somebody and he'd take them on, he'd beat them every time. And he was so dangerous. Today, Diaz has got the ball. He's maybe brought it inside a little bit into free space and just knocked it 2 yards. Here he is again. Cuts inside, passes it. Poor pass. Take him on. Run with it, Diaz. You're meant to be this like Samba winger, like electric, skillful, someone who's going to take him on and get the crowd on their feet. And every time he gets the ball, it's just backwards or sideways. He's never taking people on. He's not causing any real danger. But best believe next week when he plays United, he will, won't he? Against Crystal Palace, he'll stand there looking like an idiot. But against Man United, oh bloody hell, we'll see fucking prime Neymar from him. Salah does well, gets it out to Robertson. Robertson crosses blocked by, I think that was Klein? Yeah, Klein. But Robertson has it here again, cuts inside. Into Milner. Milner will deliver the cross. Great defending, well, great goalkeeping by Vicente Guaita. Comes out and claims the cross. And that's a big part of goalkeeping. And that's a reason why United struggle with David De Gea. Because De Gea doesn't come and claim that. And he leaves it for the defenders to have to try and deal with. Which then causes mistakes. Here's Robertson though. To Diaz. Let's see what Diaz does. Out to Trent. Salah. Nat Phillips. Van Dijk. Crossfield ball looking for Mohamed Salah. Salah takes it down really well there. Up against Mitchell. Trent. Lovely ball into James Milner, who's made a great run. Ball comes in. Anderson deals with it. And Mitchell, poor defending there, just lets it run back to Mohamed Salah. Salah into Elliott. Back to Salah. Salah puts a cross in. Diaz with the overhead. Poor overhead at that. Goal kick. Darwin Núñez has been sent off. What the fuck has happened here? What on earth has happened here? Darwin Núñez has been sent off. He's headbutted Anderson. He's fucking headbutted Anderson. My God. What an idiot. What an idiot. Right, let me get the red card. What? I don't know what he's doing. There we go. Red card for Darwin Núñez. Which means he won't be here for the United game. I mean, Darwin, he does it twice. Darwin Núñez headbutts him twice. Now this could be interesting. This will be very interesting. How will Liverpool react? What an idiot. Can we all agree? Darwin Núñez is an idiot. So Jordan Henderson's coming on. It looks like Joe Gomez is as well. And Simicat. Looks like they're bringing wholesale changes. Oh, I can't believe what I've just seen. On his own debut, the guy has lost his head completely. Headbutted Anderson once when the crosses come in. A little bang. Anderson, when the ball's gone out of play, has gone up to him and like, what the fuck do you think you're doing? Headbutting me. And Darwin, and like giving a little push in the back. Darwin Núñez has gone, fuck off, and headbutted him. What a twat. And he's left Liverpool in real issues here. 1-0 down at Anfield, down to 10 men. And without their striker. I mean, I see people saying, oh, at least Núñez isn't available for United. We might have a chance. I mean, I don't know if I'd rather have played against Núñez, really. I mean, what the alternative is that we play against Diego Jota or Firmino. As Diaz, look at this. He starts dribbling. Great goal from Luis Diaz. What a goal from Diaz. What a goal from Diaz. And that is what I'm talking about with Luis Diaz. As soon as he starts taking the ball, dribbling at people, he fucking looks immense. Absolutely fantastic goal there from Diaz. I said it. Liverpool need to start running at people. Start actually causing some issues for Crystal Palace. Luis Diaz is the main guy for that in this Liverpool team. And I was saying, when he first came, that's what he was doing. That's the sort of stuff he was doing. Today, he's looked poor because he hasn't. The one time he has, look at what's come from it. Fantastic from Luis Diaz there. Absolutely fantastic. And the changes here for Liverpool will now come. The 26. Who's 26? Oh, Robertson. So it's Milner, Tsimikas, Milner, Robertson, and Phillips making way. Right, so Henderson and Fabinho. In a midfield two. Salah's got up top. With Elliott. And Diaz on either side. With Tsimikas. On the left. At left back. So also Mateta's come on. Who's Mateta come on for? Is it Zaha or Ayew? It looks like it's Ayew. Mateta. Where is Mateta? There he is. Mateta does well. There we go. I don't know what you've done different, but you look washed out. You don't look washed out unlike your other streams. Good job. It's just the light. It just the fact that there's no light coming through. That's why. Right. So, last, what, 25? Now it's a game, innit? Now it's a game. Greater. Goes long. Headed forward. Mateta, lovely flick. Doucouré. Can't bring it down properly. Tsimikas. Fabinho. To Van Dijk. Joe Gomez. Oh, I haven't fucking Gomez in the back four. Fuck's sake. Right, let me sort that. Let me sort the midfield. Let me sort the Liverpool team. As they come the attack here. Ball comes in. Zaha just in front of the ball. There we go. Sorted it. It's all sorted. We now have Joe Gomez as part of the back four. Gehi. Anderson. Into Klein. Klein finds Mateta. Good defending by Van Dijk. And I'm not surprised they've took Nat Phillips off. He looks out of his depth, really. You can tell he had a year in the Championship last year. He's acclimatised to that sort of standard. Eze does well here. Fabinho does get back and make the tackle, though. Joe Gomez into Jordan Henderson. To Fabinho. Trent. Henderson. Lovely ball out wide here to Tsimikas. What on earth was that by Tsimikas? Don't know who he was aiming for. And Klopp just saying, keep your head, lad. Keep your head. Don't know where, because he's going to fight in fucking NASA. Because his head is gone. Mitchell. Schlupp. Crossfield ball's on. But he goes into Zaha. Joe Gomez did well. Here is Jordan Henderson. I'm surprised they haven't come out a little bit more. This Crystal Palace team since the red card. They're obviously happy for the draw, but like surely you go for a little bit more than they have. Van Dijk. Back to Joe Gomez. Just knocking the ball round here, Liverpool. Just waiting for their opportunity. Fabinho, lovely ball. Here is Trent in the box. What a shit shot. What a crap effort that was from Trent Alexander-Arnold. He would have been offside anyway. But what a miss. What a miss. That is by Trent Alexander-Arnold. He has to score there for me. Has to score. Or at least hit the target, man. At least hit the target. That is shocking. Crystal Palace trying to play out from the back here. Risky. They do eventually go long looking for Zaha. Joe Gomez. So strong there. Deals with it. Joe Gomez. To Elliott. Back to Gomez. Harvey Elliott goes back into Alisson. And with 20 minutes to go, can Liverpool do this? Can they find a goal? And here is Diaz. Joel Ward gets back well. And Nathaniel Klein clears down the line. Mateta keeps it on. Jean-Philippe Mateta finds Doucouré. Into Eze. Van Dijk comes through the back of Eze and wins a free kick. I see everyone's gassing up Luis Diaz now. After that goal. Twitter, man. What can you say? You can have a stinker for 90% of the game. You do something, you do a moment like that, and you're getting praised unbelievably. Diaz has been a passenger from 90% of this game. He does one thing, and all of a sudden he's like the next Jesus again. Guaita goes long. Flicked on. Eze. Schlupp. Gahey. Back to Guaita. Trent given chase. Guaita goes long. Tsimikas into Henderson. Tsimikas. Back to Van Dijk. Here is Joe Gomez. Harvey Elliott. Back to Fabinho. Joe Gomez across to Virgil van Dijk. Liverpool using the ball well here, moving it about. But again, I just think I don't know how much this is actually doing. They're in the same position they were 5 minutes ago. Mitchell does well there up against Salah. I just think be a little bit more direct if I'm Liverpool. Look where their goal comes from. It's Diaz running at people. And again, since he's done that, what's he done? Nothing. Mitchell does well there defensively. He's out for a corner. Looks like Mitchell's taken one to the bollocks, basically. I can't think of a nicer way to put it. He's taken one to the bollocks. Tsimikas will take the corner here. Ball comes into the box. Headed clear. And Zaha will take it down. Knocks it past Trent so easily. And Diaz gets back on the recover. And does well. Here is Luis Diaz. Run at him! Gives it into Jordan Henderson. Fabinho. Jordan Henderson. Gomez. Elliott. Fabinho. Gomez across to Van Dijk. Henderson. Joe Gomez down the line. Finds Mohamed Salah. Trent's found himself in the fucking striker position. But as Salah passes it to him, he moves. Here's Eze. That's poor from Eze. Just passes out for a throw-in. And with 15 minutes to go, you can't afford to do that. Fabinho clips it out to Tsimikas. Trent. Henderson just kicks it up. Salah takes it down. Poor pass, and Mateta gets there, but slips. But he's going to chase. Is that Mateta or is that Edouard? I might have put Mateta on here for no reason. It's Edouard. It's not even bloody Mateta. It's Edouard. I'm a twat. I am a big twat. Right, let me sort that. Here comes Palace on the counter-attack. Doucouré into Edouard. Eze back to Edouard. Ball comes in. Zaha on the back stick. How's he not scored? How on God's green earth has Wilfried Zaha not scored there? Lovely ball across. And Zaha goes with it with the outside of his foot. Just use your instep, mate. Use your instep and you score. What a chance for Crystal Palace that is. And now we've got changes for Palace. Eze's off. What changes have been made? Oh, right. Harvey Elliott has also come off. So Elliott's off for Fabio Cannavaro. Will actually play off the left. So it looks like Salah moves up to the left, back out to the right. Cannavaro will go off, will play off the left. As the ball comes in, Gahey clears. Cannavaro will play off the left. And up top will go Diaz. So that's the Liverpool team. It's Zaha up against Joe Gomez. Zaha loses out. Here is Salah. Out wide. Forces him back there. Ball comes into the box. Anderson heads clear. Right. What's happened here? Has that plan just come on? Chris Richards, Will Hughes, Milivojevic and Edouard. So, we've got a new midfield two for Palace. As Edouard Zaha must. What a poor touch that is from Wilfried Zaha. That is dreadful from Wilfried Zaha. That. Right, so it's Guaita. Wards is still on. Alongside Anderson and Gahey. Right back, we have Chris Richards come on for Klein. No, for Mitchell. Klein is still on. Klein's gone over to left back. Why? I'm not sure. In midfield, we have what's his name? Milivojevic. And Will Hughes. And the front three is... Oh, Schlupp stayed on. So Schlupp is on the wing now. Schlupp's gone left wing. Edouard is out on the right. And Zaha is still up top. That's my best guess of what's going on with this Palace team now. As we go long, looking for Zaha, Joe Gomez deals with it well. Right. Hopefully, that's all going... Right, that should all be sorted now. Ball out wide to Simicas here. It looks for Fabio Cannavaro. Joel Ward steps in and does well. Good defending by Joel Ward there. Proper. I like Joel Ward. He's a senior pro, isn't he? In that Crystal Palace team. Van Dijk looks forward. Good defending by Palace. I think that was Chris Richards just blasting the ball away. Fabinho into Van Dijk. Cross to Alisson. Joe Gomez. Henderson. Out wide to Kostas Tsimikas for Liverpool. Ball will come in. That's a shocking ball. What awful ball in by Kostas Tsimikas. The man's crossing is shocking. And isn't he meant to be a good crosser, Tsimikas? Because the two crosses I've seen him put in today have been horrific. Palace looking to play out from the back. To Gahey, who just now lumps it long. Joe Gomez will win it. Henderson into Salah. Salah in the box. He's offside. Palace, I'm sure they weren't expecting anything from this game today. Looks like they could get a point. And I mean, they could have even had 3 on another day. Edouard battling with it. Chris Richards. To Joel Ward, who just kind of kicks it up rather than anywhere else. But it is away. Van Dijk with a throw in. Quickly moves it into Alisson. Into Joe Gomez. Gomez into Trent Alexander-Arnold. Arnold down the line. Looking for Diaz. Anderson's on him. What can he do? Diaz twists and turns. Still Anderson. Into Henderson. Ball comes in. Tsimikas fires it across. And they're doing well. Salah! What a chance of Mohamed Salah. Volley on the edge of the box. Fired just wide. Salah coming so close there. We'll see how close. Wow. So close from Salah. Edge of the box. Volley through crowd of players. Vincent Guaita, if it was on target, I don't think he stands a chance. He sees it late. But luckily, it's wide of his goal. And Crystal Palace still have a chance here. Will Hughes just boots it down the line. Van Dijk goes in to Alisson Becker. To Joe Gomez. Down the line to Trent. Looks to flick it down the line again. Klein's there. Obviously, Klein was obviously replaced by Trent in this, what's it called, team. In this Liverpool team. And The last change of the day is Jeffrey Schlupp for Michael Elise. With 3 minutes to go, plus whatever added time we get. Can they do it? Can Crystal Palace hold on? Or could they even find the winning goal in this game? In a game which no one expected them to. Edouard's actually now moved out to the left. And Elise on the right. And Odsonne Edouard goes into the book there. Seconds ticking away. Can they do it? Can Liverpool find the elusive goal? Or will they remain winless from their opening 2 Premier League games of this season? Ball goes long. Edouard wins it up against Joe Gomez. Zaha clearly fouled there by Van Dijk. Referee says no. Alisson goes long. Looking for Fabio Cannavaro. No, Luis Diaz, sorry it is. And the referee gives a free kick for that. Are you joking me, ref? Bloody joke, that. Zaha is literally barged out the way. Like, Van Dijk grabs him and pushes him out the way. Referee says no foul. But Joe Ward out jumps Luis Diaz, who falls down like a sack of shit. Oh, yeah, that's a free kick. Joke. Absolute joke. And it's a chance here for Liverpool to get the ball into the box. Tsimikas and Trent standing over it. Ball clipped into the back post. Fabinho clears. Fabio Cannavaro! What a chance. Again, volley from the edge of the box. So close there. But looks like it won't be enough. And Fabio Cannavaro hits it so sweetly on the volley. And there's 5 minutes of added time. Vincent Grace has been booked for time wasting. He won't care. Long ball. Joe Gomez wins it. Henderson flicks it forward. Joel Ward is there. Milivojevic into Klein. Looks to go down the line. Fabinho's there. Trent just flicks it forward looking for Salah. He's offside though. Salah's had a shocker today, by the way. He's an absolutely pathetic. And 5 ticks down to 4 minutes to go. Palace go long again. Looking for Odsonne Edouard, who takes it down well. He's offside though. Liverpool fans biting their nails. As Alisson Becker goes to take this free kick. Just pushes it into Fabinho. Knocks it out wide. Looking for Kostas Tsimikas. Up against Chris Richards. Cuts back into Jordan Henderson. Fabinho's there. He goes back down the wing. Puts the cross in. Guehi heads clear. Elise brings it down. Chris Richard clears. And there's another offside. Or is he giving a free kick? He's given a free kick. Foul on... Is it Elise? It is Elise by Fabio Cannavaro. Free kick Crystal Palace. Edge of their own box. I think we know for certain that they will pump it long. Portini having a word with Vincent Guaita saying, stop wasting time. You're on a yellow. I will give you a red. Simicast has also gone into the book now. A lot of yellow cards today. So we go long. Headed one. Here is Michael Elise. Keeps it on. Elise does well on this right hand side. Cuts in. Looks to take on Simicast. Just too much there. He just got to get the cross in. He cuts inside. Should get the cross in. Looking for Edouard. Looking for Zaha. But he doesn't. But Crystal Palace still have it. They've got it with a throw now. 2 minutes to go here at Anfield. Liverpool 1. Crystal Palace 1. Elise looks to take it to the corner. And they've won a corner. Could they? It's written. Is it written in the script? Elise will take this corner for Crystal Palace. Liverpool 1. Crystal Palace 1. Liverpool so good from corners. Palace not so much. Elise puts the ball in. Richard wins it. And they nearly did it. Richard won the header. Anderson sliding in for the rebound. But it's over the bar. Liverpool look to go quickly and go long. Will Hughes sends it out the stadium. Liverpool fans having a word with Will Hughes. They don't care. He doesn't care. As Crystal Palace are moments away from a great point here at Liverpool. Trent fires it back into the box. Chris Richards with a big head clears it. Simicast picks it up. Virgil van Dijk across to Joe Gomez. There's a fan on the pitch. Stupid. I assume it's a Crystal Palace fan trying to waste what little time there is left. But of course it will be added on. This game. Trent goes long. Chris Richards heads clear. Elise looks to bring it forward. Diaz gets the back. Diaz gives it away. Here is Michael Elise. Looks to battle with Diaz. Diaz goes back into Alisson. And surely the whistle's got to go any second now. Alisson goes long. Anderson wins the header. Nathaniel Klein has it. Klein goes down the line. Joe Gomez sees it out for a throw-in. Now the whistle could go any second. Portini says, hurry up with it. Get on with it. Klein throws it down the line. Joe Gomez wins it, but it's only out for another throw-in. Even further up the pitch for Crystal Palace. They'll take this. You can see Patrick Vieira. He can't smile yet. But the referee puts his whistle to his mouth. And there is full time. Liverpool 1. Crystal Palace 1. And it's a huge point for Crystal Palace. It's 2 points dropped for Liverpool, who coming into this game, having drawn opening day of the season to Fulham, needed to win today. But it's 2 points from 6 for Liverpool. It's 1 point from 6 for Crystal Palace. They'll be the happier of the two sides today. And what does that mean for the Premier League table? Well, let's have a look. Obviously, doesn't change the top of the table. But in 12th place, we have Liverpool. Picking up just 2 points from 12. We go down to 16th. That's where we see Crystal Palace with 1 point from 6. And we try and ignore Manchester United. One of 3 teams not to get a point so far this season, alongside Everton and West Ham. But look, that is going to be it from me today. If you have enjoyed, please do hit that like button below and subscribe if you are new and you haven't already. That would be greatly appreciated. And yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one in a bit. Peace.